No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today I'm in here with a man. I feel like you might have earned the legend title.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Legendary. Wes Watson in the building, man. How you feeling?
I came down from LA, SD. I was in Miami all month. I love being back here. I mean, San Diego, SoCal's my life, you know?
Right. Definitely. No, okay. So there was an argument that broke out on this podcast that I actually had nothing to do with a couple of years ago where somebody called San Diego soft. And then a whole series of people were coming on and calling in and making their case for why that is not the case. So would you agree with that assessment, or would you say that San Diego definitely has its grimier parts?
I mean, I pushed more weight than anybody in that area. Like before I went to prison, the Canadian packs would come from Canada. Mm-hmm. They would land in OC, then about 250 of them, 300, 500 of them. This is before weed was legal, before everybody was doing it legal. And like the hash plants, the juicy fruits, all the BC, they come in the vacuum seal. You pull it out one nug like that, drop it in the big ass trash can on a mailing scale. But we go through like 250 to 300, sometimes 500. They get dropped off to me.
500 pounds.
Yeah. And then half will go to one person, half will go to the other. And the Canadians don't take money back across the border. Mm-hmm. They take work. And who you with? You're with San Diego. They're taking white back across the border. So they're taking birds back, and I'm right in the middle. This is before I went to prison. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting the BCs. I'm putting $300 on each pound. And then they wouldn't take money back, so they would take the white back. They would take the birds back.
And did you have to facilitate that? You'd have to get the coke too?
I would have the connect. You know, okay. San Diego has the connects, is what I'm saying. San Diego can't be soft. We're on the border,
right?
And I mean, if anything is gangland, it's right across that border, right into San Diego.
Right.
You know,
I
did time with everybody from every hood in SoCal.
I think it's just easy for some people to go to San Diego and hit the beach and hit a nice restaurant and kind of avoid any of the crazy that might be going on, but I'm sure it goes down.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like everywhere else. I mean, there's some spots in Miami, it's ritzy as the next street is Overtown. I'm just learning Miami now.
Right.
Like there's a zombie in the street smoking crack up all late, and I'm driving through in the fan. I'm like, this is going to throw something out my car. I'm going to smoke his. You know? Okay,
so, but at what age did you actually go to prison? Because I'm interested in your whole life.
I went to prison at 25. So
25, okay.
I mean, I never had a job one day in my life.
Because you were the weed man even in high school, right?
Yeah, everyone did some civilian. I didn't.
Really?
Like at 11, I just started hustling. By the time I was 18, by the time I was 16, I went and bought a truck at like a lifted Z71 cash, like 50 grand. Mm-hmm. I had hundreds of thousands of dollars at 15, 16. And then like 18, I already have my own spot, like Fast Pad in Encinitas, a condo downtown San Diego. And then, I'm pushing weight heavy. I got a Range Rover. That's like supercharged range at that time that was sick. I always had the sick. I drove a Escalade to high school. My teacher's like, what is this guy doing? I'm like, shut the up. People can try to come up to my window and I'm rolling blunts in the parking lot. They knock on my window. I just point the strap at them. It's off my window.
At high school?
In high school, yeah.
And nobody called the cops on you or anything?
This is before people even did all that. Like,
really?
This is before cell phones, dog. Like, this is like the first flip phones. This is pagers, bro.
Right.
Like, I'm 40, so this is the Motorola pager with the 2 buttons, and this is the first stupid Sidekick T-Mobile.
Good old days.
Yeah, people weren't even like that. Everyone wasn't snitch worthy. There was none of that. The people knocking on my window were the homies, like around trying to blaze with me. Uh-huh. So they know what time it is. We're already pushing weight. They're probably holding some of my packs. So I was pushing weight since a young age. I never had a job, not one day in my life.
And who got you into the weed thing?
I mean, I was a surfer, skater, snowboarder, and we just want to smoke for free. Everybody wants to smoke for free. Everyone wants to use dope for free.
And so then they started snowballing.
Start pushing. And then all of a sudden it just, quarter ounce turns into a half ounce, turns into an ounce, turns into pounds, turns into, okay, this kid can move some weight, he's reliable. Let's cuff him some work. Mm-hmm. So then they start floating me packs. Once they started floating me packs and I had to connect, that's how it always works. It was on,
Right. And so was there ever a thought to like, well, maybe I'm going to keep my operation to a certain size. So
I was always a problem child.
You were young and you didn't really know.
I'm going the biggest possible.
Right.
Like throw me all the work. I didn't touch nothing though. Mm-hmm. Like it would just drop down. I would get there when it landed. I'd oversee everything. I'd make sure we went through. They were growers' pounds, so we took the extra out of each pound with like 13 grams over, and I just throw them all into some bags. Okay, that's mine on the side right off the top, like 40, 50 grand worth of work. And then the pounds will go to two people, two trustworthy that have been pushing weight that I know for a long ass time. They would do their, and then everyone would pay me back later. I wouldn't even sit on the cash, nothing. You see these movies and these got money counters and we weigh our money. The had a money counter waiting for that. We'd be weighing our stacks. But whole different ball game back then compared to now with like the type of level of convict you deal with, you know.
Really? Okay. Yeah. And so you did this for basically 14 years. If it went from 11 to 25.
25.
So throughout those 14 years, though, did you have any legal problems along the way, or did you just run into it at the end?
I kept getting cracked with small shit. You know, I would get popped with like, I'd see it as nothing. So I'd be coming up from San Diego to go meet some people in Orange County to party or something. And I'd have like, whatever. My driver's lagging. So I'm just going to bring these 10 pounds in the back. And then they would crack me because they were on my like they were always trying to bust me. Even when this case went down, the DA of San Diego County, she's like, you've been a problem forever. Like, you're not getting out. We're you, you know, like straight up. And they just stacked the charges. So like, I came in thinking I was going to get out, but I had a joint suspension for a sales case. And then I caught this new case. Now I had no bail because I had a joint suspension. I was going to have to do that 5 for sure on that sales case because now I violated the joint suspension. I caught the new beef that was robbery in the first. It was a home invasion. It was burglary. It was assault with a deadly weapon with a firearm. And it was battery in the first. So they just did assault, GBI with a firearm, battery, first degree, SBI. So GBI, SBI stacked them, and then robbery, burglary stacked them. The robbery was within an inhabited dwelling, so it was a home invasion.
So you robbed some guy for weed?
No, these kids floated some packs to this guy.
Okay.
And the guy wouldn't pay him back. He said, "Fuck your dude." And they're like, "Don't say that. Don't say that. Please, God, don't say that. This guy's got problems." And at that time, I'm smoking a lot of meth. And I'm drinking vodka out of a water bottle like this 24/7.
Really?
So yeah, I'm just drinking vodka out of a water bottle. I'm twisting the glass. I'm twisting the pizzo. I'm doing hot rails. I'm banging, and I'm twisted. Like if you tell me if someone does one wrong thing, I'm dumping in their car. You know, like I'm fucking looped out the game at this point for a couple years. And then they're like, "Don't say that. He's fucked up. He's like the wrong person to say it about." And then, you know, I never admitted to this crime in court or nothing, but supposedly someone went down to his hotel room where this guy was at and, you know, left him for dead. And I don't know how the fuck he lived. And, you know, he came in fucking turning states.
And then, he told on you.
Yeah,
and then, and you fought it. You took it to trial?
Took it to trial.
And not a good idea?
Got blasted. No, dude, the lady said, she said, San Diego has a 98% conviction rate. I said, good, bitch, I'm the 2%. Get the fuck up on out of here.
Really?
Yeah, and she's like, this guy has a fucking problem. Like, I was a problem, bro. Like, the way I talk online and how I yell and shit, I'm the worst, bro.
Right.
Like, second I get comfortable in any situation, I'm running it, I'm taking it, it's mine. I ran shit before prison, I ran shit in prison. I come out, obviously I'm going to be a multimillionaire very quick on the streets because anything I'm around, I fucking just take.
But how do you fight against your more evil or negative impulses now?
Oh, now I just live by like universal like laws, you know.
What do you mean?
I just karma and how well I feel about it. I don't want to hurt nobody. But like, you know, someone cuts you off, you have that split second moment where you're like, I'm gonna fucking smoke this mother, you know?
Right.
And it's like I just don't feel good about it no more.
Right.
Like it's about me. I'm selfish. So I do it for me. I really am indifferent towards a lot of things. You know, I've been desensitized from prison, a lot of murders in-house, a lot of problems in-house. I caught an in-house A1 115, which is an inmate manufactured weapon that got me a shoe term.
So basically they found a knife?
Well, I cut some. I got an SBI on an inmate. So A1 SBI California CDC 115 is a murder, attempted murder, inmate manufactured serious bodily injury. So I caught a inmate manufactured serious bodily injury 115, which was an A1, and that's 14 months shoe term, 14 months, and you do 11 months, 8 days, 85%. So then that was the first shoe term I got where I was scared because the DA was going to pick it up, and I'm in the back and I'm like, you know, the captain comes through. He's like, "You see the pictures?" I'm like, "Whatever the dude, you know, whatever." And he shows them to me. I'm like, "I'm done. He's like, yeah, you're done.
The pictures of the work you put in.
The work put in.
Right. Damn. But okay, so you go into prison, and I mean, this is kind of what white dudes in particular always wonder is like, are you figuring out all the politics in terms of race and everything just as soon as you pull up, or had you prepared for this in any way?
No, county jail prepares you. County jail, my county jail, Vista County Jail, San Diego County Jail, CJ, Vista Jail. They run it like a level 4. Like it's kind of tighter than a lot of 2 yards and 3 yards because everyone has like a lot of time, violent crimes, in these higher blocks, these more secure blocks, and they try to run it like it's a prison level 4, but it's loose because it's still county jail. But there's less, In prison, you got your TV, you got your hot pot, you got your radio, you got you got a phone. Very few people get cell phones in county, and these counties, San Diego, not like the farms like that or the work furloughs, but so you don't really have much, and there's still dope like happy cards and visits and shit coming in. So people are just sprung the out. They're just they're geeked out. They're gouged out. Gouged out is heroin. This is what they're doing. They're getting everything in, and then they're making wine. So these motherfuckers are making fucking Pruno. They're making wine. Everyone's turn. It's just fucking, and everyone doesn't know what's happening. They haven't got sentenced yet. Very few people got sentenced. So even when I first fell, in the first 2 months in my county, there was a riot with the Southsiders. So and I fucking caused it.
But so you show up and you're like, how do you start fitting in when you first get in there?
You show up and you're going to roll up. Adam rolls in. What's up? They give him his fish kit, his bedroll, shower shoes, shower bag, soap dish, whatever, toothbrush. They give you your fish kit. You roll to your cell, and then your cellie's going to grab your paperwork and you're going to bring it to me. And you're not going to know it's me, but someone else is going to grab it. They're going to come slide it to me. We're gonna have a phone in the block or a means of calling someone on the outs to check you on Megan's Law, to see if you're a chomo. That's the first check. To see if you got an R on your jacket, which is like any rape, lewd, and lascivious 14, anything like that. So if you're a child molester, you're whacked right then.
And so what would you guys do to them if you found that out?
You cut their face first to mark them, and you're gonna kill them. So first, it's going to be the mark across the eye,
and then if they don't get out of there,
you're gonna whack them too. You're gonna try to get them, but it's like, whoosh, whoosh, just. You want to make sure you're marking them so that they go to any block, any yard, anything. It's known that this mother is chomo.
And so you've taken on that responsibility by basically becoming the leader of the block.
Yeah, you'll have the block. You'll have either you have the yard, you have the block, or whatever. And when I rolled up, there was a skinhead in my county from NCSH named Chili. He had the block, and they knew of me already because there was some fucking cats that I grew up with that were like, "Oh yeah, Wes is coming," And I was already burnt on the street. I was known to have money. When you have money, you go to prison, you run shit. People are always like, Wes, what happens if you go back to prison from your prison stories online? I'm like, I'll fucking run it. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I have money. You don't understand how it works. You have to break the big homies off in any county you're in. Say you're in Bakersfield, there's a big homie, You got to break them off 30%.
But I feel like if I go to prison, I'm going to be at risk because I'm going to be getting extorted or people are going to be trying to use it against me.
You have money. You're going to be hard mother. You're going to be willing to book someone if you have to. The white dudes are going to have your back. No white dude's ever extort a white dude. We run with you. If you came in, I'm dying with you. Okay. That's my job, is to die with you.
Well, I appreciate
Gives me
that.
the chills.
Sounds great.
No, it's my job. Is nobody's touching Adam. No other race touches you.
But before you get locked up, you've never really thought about life along these lines, right?
Never.
You're just a regular dude. You don't give a if you're black or Spanish.
No, but I started doing county time, so I started getting used to the politics of the wake up time, the politics of the Southerners are alliance with us. So the Southsiders, Sureños, the Paisas, and the Woods have this side of the day room. The blacks, the Northerners, and the others have this side of the day room. And in my counties, the San Diego counties, they don't really have Northerners. They put them in AdSeg.
Because it would just be too violent?
It's just a problem. So they slam them down. And then, and if you're too famous or something, they slam you down. They might not even give you a choice.
You mean slam you down, put you in PC?
They put you in seg. You don't have to PC up, but you're going to be in seg.
Right.
There's plenty of NLR dudes that they're in seg, but they're not PC because they won't. They're green lighted by the AB and they won't walk the line. They'll walk the line, but the prison system won't let them because it's a problem. But some of them PC up, some of them don't, but they're just green lighted. The cops know that there's a problem.
Wow. Crazy. But so, okay, you get in there and then is it is it weird because all of a sudden you're having to basically squad up with a bunch of dudes with swastika tattoos and shit like that?
There's less skinheads than there is Woods.
So Wood is basically non-racist.
Yeah, Wood is like the cars. So like there's the Dago car, there's the IE car, there's the SUV, there's a SFV, there's like the fucking Sacramaniacs, the Fresnecs. There's different cars of white dudes.
Okay.
So you squat up with your car and you roll with your car. But then if you're an actual active skinhead, you'd be like in San Diego County, it's like TCF, it's like SDSH, it's like SKS. These are all these different fucking like skinhead gangs. So there's Woods and skinheads fully different.
Right. But so you're basically like in solidarity with these Nazi dudes. Too,
yeah,
right?
you
got to hold each other down.
You have to hold it down with them because there's only 10 white dudes per block. There's 80 Southsiders, there's 10 Pisces, there's 10 Woods, there's 60 blacks, there's 30 Northerners, and there's 10 others, you know. Others are Asians and Samoans and shit.
And they're able to like be left alone basically, or are the Asian dudes kind of like powerless because they're not really part of a big group?
The Asian dudes are always gangster doing like stretches. Like they're always gunplay, you know. They're always smoking mud. They're always blasted, they're always with it, they're always down. They kind of get along with everybody, but like the Woods have a lot of respect for the Asians. A lot of people, the blacks roll with the Asians, but they're stuck on the side of the day room with them. They don't even like, most of the time they don't even like the blacks, but they're stuck on the other side with them. It's so fucking racial, bro. Like people get all twisted, like Wes are racist. It's like, dude, I listen to all hip hop, like Moneybagg Yo, that's all I bump. I bump all the dope shit, Gotti, everything. I grew up skateboarding and listening to dope ass hip hop and having style and shit. But the penitentiary makes you side with your race. Right.
But so even the dudes who are like fully racist, they're not in there starting problems with the black dudes and shit, right?
No, you can't. No. If a skinhead ever went to go start a problem with another race, like off the top real quick, we would have to jump with them. And then when they get to the back, they're getting booked.
Right.
Like they're getting removed right when we get to the back. Everything has to be warranted and ran through the head of the yard. So like if you ever wanted to take off on a black for a reason, like he stole some dope from you, like a gram comes in, there's 12 papers for like a gram or something, and you buy a gram off some other, like another race, and you break it down at 50 papers and there's like 7, and you're like pissed. You're just like, what the fuck is this? This shit's skimp as fuck. And then the guy has a problem or something, or they front each other something, or someone owes money or something. But most yards, you can't even owe different races money. You can owe your own race, can't owe other races. So, but all cleanup is done within your own race. So like the dope fiend white dudes and shit, they get cleaned up first. They're up to bat first. They have to clean up their own dope fiend shit. So like, they're just not assets. So they're used as to put in the work, you know.
So basically, like all this stuff is done in order to try to like make shit as organized and as
so there's
cool
no
as possible.
there's no racial boundaries being broken.
Because as soon as you allow there to be any kind of like debts being owed between people or any kind of violence, as long as that's accepted, then you're basically creating a situation where all these different races have to go to war.
Everybody has to go to war. The yard's down as fuck.
And how many times did you see that kind of thing happen over the years, over the course of 10 years?
Probably 4 massive riots, but
really?
a couple ones that were so bad that, I mean, you know, people were fully incapacitated. Homies are going in their cells, smoking more shit, coming out, just cutting a motherfucker's feet off, and just stabbing a dead corpse, just sickening shit.
Holy shit. And what kind of thing caused that, though?
That was actually someone cutting in line.
Cutting in line? Yeah,
like when someone cut in line during, and then you can look it up on YouTube. It's a NFCF correctional facility riot. So North Fork Correctional Facility. They take California inmates and they middleman us and they bring us to Arizona, they bring us to Mississippi, they bring us to Oklahoma. So I ended up doing 3 years in Oklahoma when I dropped points from Centinela. So I was on level 4 C yard Centinela. I dropped points. They were taking whole blocks that were level 3. And just, you have no say. There's nothing you could do about it. They put you on a bus for 28 hours. They put you in a black box, which is like a federal fucking shipping equipment that holds your hands like this so you can't break free. It just dislocates your shoulders. It fucks you up so bad. You can't move. And for 28 hours, you're on a bus to Oklahoma. And you show up, it's just, you're never going to see no family or nothing. And then you're stuck out there. And out there, there's a lot of dope because these security guards were supposedly COs, but they make like $11-12 an hour. So fools are cracking them. And there's bitches who work there, and these dudes are cracking them. They're f***ing them, you know. They're they're buying houses in their names because they're getting dope so easy. And these are like Oklahoma, like slow ass motherfuckers. So some Cali inmates come out to Oklahoma. We're pulling roots on them. We're pulling like they can't even know what they don't even know what the fuck we're doing.
So you're just coming up with all kinds of scams,
So
and they're not ready for
they're
it.
so done. Like,
Wow.
dude, the COs in California, they have to be like detective. Like they have like the IGI, the gang unit. They have like the goon squad. They all know everything. Like if we're signing, I'm like from one cell to another, and I'm blasting. Like I can sign so fast that they don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. The Cali guys can read that. The Oklahoma guys, you're on lockdown or something. They don't know what the fuck you're saying, and you're just like in the chow hall, like, "What's up, fool?" Like just. And then that's something being passed or something we're doing. And we're institutionally sophisticated.
So you just learned sign language once you got in there?
Oh, yeah. Like I'd be like, this is Adam, 22,
Wow. So how long did it take you to learn it? You just slowly got to hang
No,
with it?
you just have to learn it. Like if you don't learn sign language, you're dead in the water when we go on lockdown.
Really?
So if we go on lockdown, you're going to have to fish. So you're going to have to make a fishing line out of like boxer string. You pull apart the fucking cotton in the top of your boxer band. Make a big ass string. You like get like something heavy, like a toothpaste cap, flatten it, keep some toothpaste in there, and you just be sliding that across the day room for people to pull you in. And you're writing kites and you're passing shit.
And what kind of shit are you talking about while you're sending these kites back and forth?
Oh, we're sending the phone, we're sending soups, we'll have a fucking whole spread on the motherfucking line. We'll send over a fucking straight spread, We'll send over tacos and meat logs cut up and like have a party, but and then sometimes it's dope, sometimes it's this, sometimes it's that. Like I've been slammed in the back to where we're orchestrating enough shit to where, we got a phone back there, call the line, the line is a main line and we're in the shoe, call the main line, have them put dope on like a religious tray for like a different race. It always has to be halal because the cops can't touch the tray. They stick the dope in the tray. The guy gets the tray in the back. He gets the dope out. It's ours. We break them off like a third. It gets to us. Now you're in the back with like, a gram is $50, but broken down into 50 paper like this big, broken down into 50 papers. It's 10, 50 papers. You got it for $50 or $30. And now you're just in the back cracking. So now you have everybody giving you their shit for a small ass piece of paper. Now you got all the jars of Folgers, you got all the soups, you got all the beans, you got all the sausages, you got the phones, you hit once or twice in prison, or you have some discipline in prison, you have more money than you do on the street real quick.
Wow.
Like I had green dot number address books where it'd be like Billy, Tommy, Tim, these are all phone numbers that are $500. So if I land somewhere, I just pull off 3 of these phone numbers, supposed phone numbers, but they're green dot money pack numbers. I hand them to someone, I say, go get me a fucking phone, keep the change. And then like I roll up, they get me a phone real quick. I'm already banging. I'm on a smartphone already. And everyone's like, damn, this motherfucker showed up tough. Then I'm already clicking. I already got routes going. I'm already running it.
Right. Yeah. So would you say that like, did you feel a lot of dread before you went to prison? And then what was your mood like once you kind of got into the hang of it?
The second I got in, fully like accepted my time, I said, you have an opportunity right now to write the greatest story ever told. And I'm like, okay, I know what I got to do. I gotta be the best at this. I've always had a drive to be the best at everything ever.
Right.
Like best at everything I do, best drug dealer, like best anything. So, I go to prison, I say, I'm gonna be the best at this shit. So I'm gonna work out more than everyone. I'm gonna get blasted. Got Dago on my stomach, huge as fuck. I'm covered in 1904.
Most of your tattoos were done while you were locked up,
most
or all
prison.
of them?
Most in prison.
Most of them.
I went over some shit when I got out because that's like racquetball melted plastic and shit.
Right.
Yeah, like it's soot.
You got a bunch of them redone and stuff?
Yeah, I just went over my left arm and my neck once I got out, but everything else is like from prison.
Okay.
But I earned my letters in prison. I earned my numbers. I have SoCal. I have 1904 multiple times. I have Dago. Like Dago is like the car that you roll with if you're from San Diego. They spell it D-A-G-O because they won't spell it D-I-E-G-O because they won't front on IE car. Like the IE car is in an empire. They tat IE on them. But a white boy is like banging like Crips and Bloods do where they won't say B or C. So they won't put an IE on them if you're from Dago. So it says D-A-G-O. So
the Dago, they don't f with the IE to such an extent that they won't even put it inside.
You won't put it on them.
Wow.
We're like, fuck that. No, I don't fuck with the IE.
Right.
Yeah.
You still hold on to some of those grudges, or does it seem kind of...
I'm rich. I don't give a fuck about that.
But did it seem serious to you at that time?
Oh, it's always serious. I'm being the best at it.
Right.
So I'm going to be the best at this shit. You know? So nobody's going to ever... Like I had so many phones at one point. I had so much shit running that it was just like, if you go to my Instagram, I posted on in black and white on Instagram since 2014 in the pen.
Right.
Like once we got smartphones and I was at Delano, I posted every day. And everybody's like, what are you doing? Why are you posting on there? I said, I'm gonna be rich off this shit. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, watch, dude, you guys are fucking stupid.
Was it how many years you never got caught posting photos from it?
Oh, they would catch me every day.
Oh.
But like they would catch me every day saying, Wes, take your page down. Take your page down. I'm like, fuck you. What do you follow me, motherfucker? And they're like, I'm like, I'm not posting that shit. Someone else is posting it for me from the street. What you talking about? I never even been on the page.
Right.
And they're like, dude, we know you're on the shit. And like people are like, Wes, how do you not get caught with a phone? I make you sit next to me. Like I make a new ass motherfucker sit next to me. I'm using the phone. I'm doing the shit. Cops come in. I hand it to them. Get the fuck up out of here. You know, like my people ride for me. I got them paid. You know, I'm buying their kids bikes for Christmas and shit. Like they're doing more sitting next to me on a rack than they did on the street as a fucking dad. You know.
Right. But so 2014, you said, is when you started to like have
That's
phones?
when we fully got smartphones.
Right.
Like about 2013, 2014, we fully got smartphones.
And you kind of knew that you wanted to be a content creator, or what?
I just saw money on Instagram. I saw money on there. I saw the hashtags. I saw the way the photos were. I saw the positivity. I loved being positive. Like I was negative my whole life. So if I could I want attention. Like people like me and you, like we do what we do because we like attention. We'll be stars and we'll win because we want attention. A lot of people like they don't realize attention. This is the age of attention, and it's the greatest commodity. That's what we're doing here. But I mean, the whole point is like, I knew I loved attention. But I always got it in a negative way. Like if someone came and fronted on me in the street, and like I knew I was waiting for them. Like I bait people in. A motherfucker would be drunk, he'd be with his bitch or something, and the guy would come up and like want to talk shit. And the second he ran his mouth too much, I'd stick my gun in his mouth so quick, put him on his knees, tell him I'm gonna shoot his bitch in the face now because he's so stupid. And I just got off on negative ass attention. Then once I started being positive and reading like positive books and seeing on Instagram that people were posting positive shit in their workout, I'm like, oh, that feels good. Like I'm not like someone who's like, I'm not like biased towards shit. Like if it feels good, I like it. I was finally getting pretty sober in lapses. Like I still did speed in prison. I still drank in prison. I still smoked weed in prison. But I was getting sober in like these big windows. And then I was like, oh man, this is good, you know? I was starting to get clarity. And then finally, like, you know, shit went down a few times and I fully quit. And once I got some true clarity, I started hearing like real shit in my heart, you know? And I just started following that. I don't listen to people. I don't follow people. I don't fuck what they're saying. I followed like how I felt. And I'm like, I feel better being positive like this. I want to do this. This feels right. And I just committed to what I felt, you know?
Right. So why would you take these long gaps not doing drugs?
A dope wouldn't hit, you know?
Yeah, there just wouldn't be anything coming in.
Or there'd be lockdowns.
Because it was that challenging to get it in.
Yeah, there'd be racial lockdowns too. So like say enough white dudes, whacked white dudes, the first one's 30 days when a white dude stabs a white dude. Now it happens again, the next one's 60 days. It happens again, it's 120.
And everybody suffers as a result.
Every white dude is locked down.
And the prison doesn't have any qualms about separating you by race and then punishing the entire race for what one person does. It seems kind of...
They don't give a f- They know we're rolling together. We get punished together.
Right.
But then even say there's a riot, the whole prison gets slammed down. They can't let anyone out. We're all going to kill each other. It's green light. And the whole thing is white dudes, Sureños, Southerners, and Paisas, we won't exit our cell with shower shoes on. So we don't leave. We don't leave the cell for a year, 14 months, 11 months, 16 months. We don't leave the cell. The other races, they'll go out in their shower shoes and be like, yeah, and they'll use the phone. They'll take a shower. We don't.
What's the importance of the shower shoes?
You have to be suited up and booted up. You got to be ready to bang, you know?
In order to even walk out.
In order to walk out yourself.
And so, but if the whole race is in trouble, then they're only allowed to wear shower shoes. They're not allowed to have regular shoes?
Yeah, well, the cops know that our race, you're coming out shower, so they're like, you can only bring your towel, your soap dish, and you can walk out in your shower shoes and boxers. That's it. So they don't want you to have a banger on you. And so the motherfucker comes out in his shit, and then and the other races will do that. We won't. Like our races won't put ourselves in a predicament like that. We won't make ourselves weak like that. So we won't exit unless we have shoes tied. And some cops will be cool and they'll be like, yeah, you could come out with your shoes, Watson. Go take a shower, dog. And I'm like, yeah, thank you, bro.
Because otherwise you're not showering for a year?
No, you bird bath.
It's just in the
So
sink?
you sit on the toilet facing the sink. You fill the sink, you put a sink plug in, you fill the sink up with water, you pour the water on top of you over the toilet, you soap up, you pour it on you, then you clean the cell.
That sounds miserable.
For 14 months.
Jesus Christ.
And it's doing multiple workouts with your cellie in there.
Wow.
And this is how serious it is, man. It's like level 4 yards and shit. There's no hands policy. I had a crazy ass cellie that's full red one time that I like literally was new, and we were on lockdown. Rolled up to Sea Yard, Sentinella. And I had washed one of my socks when I was bird bathing. And he's like, "Where's your sock at?" I'm like, "What, dog?" And he's like, "Where's that sock?" Like, because I hang it on my clothesline. Everything needs to be hung. I'm like, "I put it in my locker, dude." Like, he's like, "Go wash it." And I'm like, "What the fuck, dog? It's not that serious." He's like, "Go wash some sock. We don't have dirty clothes in the house." And it makes sense. You could have some biker cellie or some burnt-ass cellie who's got his shit-covered boxers stuffed in the locker, and you're in a small-ass fucking dingy cell. There's no AC, bro. Like, you're burnt. You're sitting there sweating all day, and it's got smelly-ass shit in the cell. So, you know, we can't fight on a level 4 yard. No hands policy. So he's telling me, "Wash your boxers or I'm going to stab the shit out you." And I'm like new. I'm like, "Come on, dog. He's not that serious. I'll do it later." He's like, "Go wash it right now." I go wash the shit. But that was like one of my first introductions to how crazy motherfuckers are in there. He was going to stab me over not washing my sock.
I had a dude in here who did prison time, and he told me that he got DP'd because he brought the mop into his cell.
100%.
So that's normal?
100%. Get DP'd for doing anything wrong.
Really?
Dude, you get DP'd. I got DP'd. Okay, look at my bunkie. I dropped a fat ass sack in the day room. Like, I was whacked out, like on some meth, you know, smoking speed, paying like $60 for a strip of foil from the kitchen so I could make my candle and smoke my shit, straw and shit. And I'm on Plenty of Fish. I'm talking to chicks on the phone. I'm on XXX videos, watching porn.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
beating your limp ass dick on meth.
Dude, my hand on the motherfucker. Look at, not even busting a nut, just watching another video after another video after another video after another video, just flipping. Dude, parachute like 2 grams, smoke a gram, you know? Like parachute, like wrapping some toilet paper, just swallow it.
And how many days are you staying up?
12 days,
You're not going to
days.
bed.
Nah, like 14 days. And now I'm fucking looped, and I drop a huge sack because I'm the one who's I got to work at the time. I drop a huge ass sack, and my bunkie goes to the dude Dutch who has a yard. My bunkie's like, "Hey, Wes is tripping over there. Like, he dropped a big ass sack and he was fronting on the other races and shit." And Dutch is like, "Get your ass the fuck out of here." And Tony's like, "What?" He doesn't really know. And then Dutch calls me over and he goes, "Why's your bunkie telling on you?" He didn't give a fuck I was fronting on the other races. He's like, "Why's your bunkie fucking telling on you?" Mm-hmm. He's like, "You know what time it is? He's telling on me. I'm gonna go handle my business." So I go back and I beat the dog shit out this fat motherfucker from SAC, you know, like just whooping the fuck. He had buggy whips, a fucking trash bag of a belly and titties. Like, he was a shot out motherfucker. And I'm coming back yoked at like 250, like
right,
banging workouts, doing handstand push-ups till my head's bleeding, just mashing them on the ground. And I come in, I just max this full out, breaking them all over the day room, just fucking them up. And I threw him through like the blacks area, like or area I shouldn't have. And then I got DP'd for that. And the worst part is the people who got to DP me was Tony and this kid Flex I fucked up the week before over him tripping on watching Breaking Bad.
Really?
Like, he was like, "No, we're watching the encore version." And everybody at the day room was like, "No, we just watched it, fool. You were getting your package." And Flex is like, "No, we're watching the encore version." And like, I'm like, "Come back here, dude." And he comes back and he swings on me right away. And like, we're wrestling in the day room fighting, and like I smack his head off the bottom stair. It was like top tier. It's like a 180 setup and like a Delano like level 2, and it's like there's a gun tower. 180 setup means everything's along one wall. There's not like, and this is like 5 block, 6 block, 7 block, and we're on the bottom right here. And I smacked his head off the stair, and he just got lit, and I'm just blasting him, and he just covers up. I'm like, "Move your hands, bitch." And like, I'm making him move his hands, and I'm just sticking my fingers in his eye, like I'm just smacking him with him, and just brutalize him for a while. Then when I got DP'd, he got to DP me and my bunkie Tony, and I whooped both their asses in like the same 2-week period.
But when you get DP'd, you can't fight back?
No, you can. It's 23 seconds.
Oh,
so
okay.
W is 23. So we do 23 seconds.
W for white?
Yeah, for white. And so like 20, it's so stupid. So 23 seconds, and then, but they had a plan, you know. We put the sheet up, we pulled the bunks apart. They had a plan, you know. The mother Tony goes and grabs my legs, and Flex just tees off on me. Just trademarks my face up, me up all bad. And I'm sitting there on the rack, coming down off a major speed binge, just fucking broken, bro. Now I got my ass whipped in front of all my people.
Right.
And I got DP'd and I'm fucked up. And that was when I turned my life around. That was the thing that made me turn my life around. I was so defeated. I still did my time like a G the rest of the time. Like I still put in work. I still was with the business. I still did everything I needed to do. But I knew in my heart right then, I'm like, I am never getting high again. Like this is so, what the fuck was I doing?
You're just making your life way too difficult.
Oh my God. If anyone was a self-sabotage master, it was me. Because I was smart, bro. I was good at shit. And I would just self-sabotage with drugs and alcohol. Start sipping, do a little bump. Start sipping, do a gagger. Fucking gaggers to the max.
What's a gagger?
Just a big ass line or whatever. Like I was clogging pens with fucking shit in there. Like fucking just crazy shit.
Clogging pens.
Like, dude, literally, if you do a big enough gagger in prison to clog up a fucking pen, the motherfucker's probably fucking $1,000.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you broke the coke up enough.
No, it was speed. You know,
it
but,
was speed.
Yeah, but just such big lines, like fucking boom, of speed. Like,
right. And I mean, you stay up for 12 days or whatever, the hangover has got to be like the gnarliest thing.
The hangover's
ever.
like, kill me.
There's like four days of
Please
you
God,
just curled up in a ball, right?
Shoot me in the face. I'm done. And then I had big ass black eyes, and everybody's walking by me, all the people I respect from other races, my people, and they're just like, you bitch. Like, they're looking at me like, like, it don't matter if you get DP'd and get your ass whooped. You still got your ass whooped.
Right.
And everybody's like, I lose all respect for you. Fuck you.
Right. But did that make you want to show out and do more violent shit?
No, I didn't. I was like, fuck, I hate this shit.
Right.
That was when I was finally like, I fucking hate this life.
Wow. So how much involvement could you actually have with other races though? Like what is too much in terms of you being friends with some black people?
Level 4, you couldn't borrow a soup. You couldn't borrow a CD, nothing like that. Some level 3s, you can't even borrow nothing off the other side of the day room. Level 2s and shit, you could buy it, you could get fronted from them and shit. So it's the prison level is what mattered.
Right. Okay. And so once you really, but once you get clean, how much does your life change? Because I'm imagining it's got to be like really difficult to live a good life in there while you're getting fucked up.
But that's why I push my program so much on the street now. So I had the worst habits, but I was a good dude. Like, and the worst habits ever brought me to prison. Now I have the best habits that made me a multimillionaire. And I'm helping and changing all these lives. It's only your habits. What the fuck are your habits? So for me to change was so easy because I just had to do everything the opposite. Like since I would you have to program in prison. So you're always up early, but I just got up earlier. And then I worked out more times a day. I just filled every second of my day with workouts, with reading, with all the positive shit. And I became addicted to it. I'm an addict. So I'm addicted to money. I'm addicted to success. I'm addicted to fucking Instagram. I'm addicted to helping people. Like I'm addicted to the feeling of flow state like we are now when I don't know anything in life right now. I just know we're here. Like I'm in the moment. I'm addicted to that. I'm an addict, but I don't do that AA shit where I go around saying, hey, I'm Wes, I'm a fucking addict. I hate that shit. But I literally like, bro, I know that all you junkies out there and all you alcoholics out there, you're the strongest fucking people. Like you'll fight for that last drink. You'll do anything to get that last motherfucker. So once you turn all that negativity from being that type of mindset and you turn it positive, you'll do anything to be successful. You'll do anything to get it done. They're the strongest fucking people. They'll do anything. The most people really suck at life because they're not even intense enough to hit rock bottom. Like an alcoholic, a junkie, they'll fucking roll all the dice. And that's what it takes in life. You got to be fearless. And they are. Now, once they're positive and they're building a business or they're doing something on the other end of this negative life they've lived, they kill it. And that's me. That's the famous people that are addicts that turn their life around.
Right. But okay, so once you turn your life around in there's still expectations of you that you're going to fight, that you're going to do this, that. Yeah. So you can't like fully make your life positive.
No, you gotta roll around still tough. You gotta still roll around strapped to some yards. Every yard, most yards, like someone in each cell has to have a piece, has to have a banger. And I mean, so you're still rocking and rolling. You still got to run with it. But that's why I started getting so good at helping people. Because the only way I'm going to get home is if I keep all those 10 white guys on the block, murderers, fucking dope fiends, fucking robbers, everybody, I keep them good by keeping them on point. So most blocks I was in, I would be like the factor that was like keeping everyone positive. Like, nah, let's work out. Let's do this shit. Let's track your meals. Let's keep you positive. And then they would fuck up sometimes at night. They go slide over to Smokey's rack or something, and they grab a paper, or they go slide over to Eddie Boy's and be like, hey, fuck, give me a fucking bump. And then I see him, I'm like, dog, come on, you broke? And they just read it on their face. They're so disappointed. Because I'm like dad, bro. I'm like dad to these motherfuckers, man. Like I was smarter, bro. I had money, Like they were lost kids, bro. Even if they were 50, I was dad, bro. They were lost fucking kids. And that's the same shit on the street out here. I mean, like fools like Scooter from OC. The dude's 56 and he's a kid, bro. And then like I was even locked up with Nathan Belton, who's the Game's foster brother. And he's a white dude. He's going around saying, I'm the Game's foster brother. I'm like, no, you're not, fool. Like, the fuck you talk about? Don't even say that shit. But we love hip hop. And so he's like, I am, bro. Then I wrote the Game when I got out. He's like, that's my foster brother. Oh, I still have the message.
I was going to say I could hit Whack 100 and get a verdict on that.
I still have the message. Look at it. Check it out.
The Game's foster brother is a pretty
look at
pretty serious designation.
Los Angeles Confidential. And then I show him this picture of this guy, of me and this guy in prison. I say, one question, homie. Is Nathan Belton your foster brother? He says, yep. Look at 13 million followers. And a picture of me and Nate in Whiskey. His name's Whiskey. He's Whiskey from SFV, from San Fernando Valley. And then I said, my boy, he was just telling me he was your foster brother. He loved to hear from you. He sent me the arm. Wow. But yeah, Nate, that's his foster. He has a foster brothers of all races. Okay. Like he grew up group home. Damn. But I was like fucking, I remember Whiskey got his whole shirt tatted by this homie. He's just fucking tapping, bro. This fool's just digging him out, single needle, just doing a full shirt on him. Big ass SFV on his stomach. And he's just fucking like, this fool's sweating. I'm like, keep going. But it's like 10 hours of work in this motherfucker. I got my armpits tatted, my whole stomach, my whole chest, like all in one sitting, like literally 2-3 days. And then still go out to the yard doing push-ups and shit. And people out here are like, should I put Aquaphor on this? I'm like, shut the fuck up, fool. Aquaphor, your fucking ass out there.
No, but yo, you ever tried any of those numbing creams?
Dude, I want to just, I'm gonna go to Ganga and just handle business.
What's Ganga?
Where they knock you out, they just gas you.
Oh yeah. Because I seen some who was it? Tyga was like they put him under anesthetic so they could get his whole back tattooed.
My boy got that done.
I mean, listen, like part of the appeal of having tattoos is that yes, it hurt and it like shows that you.
I already got blasted though. I just want to darken them.
Yeah, right.
Fuck that. I don't give a fuck. I'm too busy. I'm too rich.
Yeah, and even with the people acting too tough for the numbing cream, I'm like, I only found out about it because of a fucking tattoo artist who just showed me it. And some of the tattoos I have been like really excruciatingly traumatic events.
Yeah. He's all fuck, motherfucker. I swore I had this one in me.
Yeah, you know? I mean, I got the back of my head done. And I'm drinking. I'm off Xans, perks, I'm really fucked up, so I wouldn't feel the back of my head. It was the worst fucking pain I ever felt in my life.
I haven't got the head blasted yet.
And the stomach just
I might have to get I might get some on the back of my neck right here. My new chick's initials. She's bad, bro. She got my name tatted on her face. She's like a little model chick. But she just, like 2 weeks in, she got my name blasted on her face. She's that chick on the plane. The chick recently who's wearing the bodysuit. And she's like on the plane. She's like, fuck
that's
you.
your girl?
Yeah,
the one who said I'm Instagram famous?
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up.
I swear, she got my name blasted the other day. Look.
When you said the girl on the plane, I was wondering if you were talking about, bro. No, but the girl who said like, that is not real. That person's not real. I was like, is it her? Yeah.
She bad.
That's your girl? How did you meet her?
She's a shit on Instagram.
Before she became famous for that?
Shit, yeah. No, she was famous for a lot of other shit.
Right.
She was on like some other TV shows and shit, but she's bad. She's a shit.
What's your understanding of why she felt the need to say that on the plane?
Oh, dude, people fuck with good-looking people. If you went on a plane with a bunch of normal-ass people, they'd be like, tattoos, dope. They would say stupid shit.
Right.
Like, if I go on a plane, I fly private. I pay $50,000 every time I fly from Miami to Cali. It's $47,000.
Why do you do that?
Because I'm fucking paid, bro. I know how the fuck to do this shit.
Me too, but I'm not trying to donate my fucking funds to the airline companies.
I have like 90% profit in my business.
Really? Wow.
So if I don't and I make like 2.5 a month. So if I don't fly private, it's going to Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
And then it makes my life better. Dude, there's nothing better than being a felon who's hopping on a jet.
Well, that's a miserable feeling when your accountant starts telling you, like, oh, you need to spend a lot more money. And I'm like, I thought I was doing the right thing by not spending any money. And now they're encouraging me to just spend as much as I can.
The first 2-3 years, I was like, I'm saving every dollar.
Yeah.
And he's like, you have to buy shit or you give it away. I'm like, I didn't even understand what he was talking about. I'm like, no, this is my money. He's like, no, 40% has to go. So I have to spend like $1 million a month.
Right.
Like literally.
Yeah.
$1 million. And like, you have all this shit. You have to spend it if you're making money. But it becomes to where like, $200,000 a month on flights is what has to be done.
Jeez. I respect it. Yeah. But
why they fuck with her? I mean, dude, normal ass people will fuck with good looking people. Like even if I'm in a normal place, everybody's all fat. We're in fucking, say I was in Walmart or something, or I'm in like flying from LAX or something. Do they always like, hey, is there a gym nearby? You need a protein shake? I'm like, bro, I ain't even that buff, dude. Leave me the fuck alone.
Right.
I'll fucking kill you,
But I mean, you're kind of doing it to yourself by being as buff as you are and just because like when I go to Walmart, I got a hoodie up. I'm trying to be low key. I'm wearing sunglasses 100%. In the mall, shit like that, because I'm trying to be low key because I'm really like worried. Like, the baby had to kill somebody in the Walmart. I'm not trying to go. I'm trying to go through that.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. I told her you should probably next time you do fly, just put a hoodie on, like just fucking some glasses, hide, But then like, hot chicks always get fucked with. But it was some petty ass, ugly ass bitch who's fucking with the hot chick. Go on Instagram. Post, you post your hot ass chick or something. Like all these chicks come out the woodwork talking shit, because they're ugly. They're
that shit wouldn't even have been viral if she didn't have such a good bar of just saying I'm Instagram famous.
Dude, she's like that though. If she was on here right now, you'd laugh, dude. She would just start fucking banging on everybody.
How'd you guys meet?
It's online.
Right.
She dropped in my DMs, bro.
Really?
They all do, bro. Come on. They all do.
Life is good.
They all do. Dude.
Wow. All right. Do you feel like when you're locked up there, though, do the white dudes end up kind of overcompensating because they're not generally thought of as hard or tough on the outside?
Not really. I mean, it's not like the movies and shit, but the white boys, they're hard motherfuckers. But I mean, we roll with the Southsiders. So like, if anything goes down on our side of the block, like that's our side of the day room, the Southsiders usually jump with the Woods. Woods jump with the Southsiders. Woods are kind of always like, they're not going to have a problem with the blacks or nothing. It's not even going to go that way. If anything, Southsiders are going to have a problem with the blacks, and then we're going to have to jump with the Southsiders against that side of the day room.
But so hypothetically, I get locked up, I'm rolling with the white dudes. But then I'm also like good friends with, I'm assuming, hypothetically, I'm going to be friends with all these black dudes and shit who know me from the podcast, or I interviewed their little brother or some shit like that. Is that going to be an issue for me?
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. Like I know fools, like it would kick off, and then like fools I just skip. And then I just go tee off on the next dude.
Okay.
Yeah, you just skip them.
Kind of dodge each other.
Yeah, it's all respect. It's like, we had to do what we had to do.
But I'm not going to be looked at as a traitor or anything because I'm
skip that dude, blast the next one. There's a few that you don't like just because they're a piece of shit,
Right.
And there's a few that you like because you're like, that fool's down. Not because of race, just because fuck that dude or that dude's cool. Fuck that dude. Didn't like his energy to begin with. I'll fuck kick his teeth in right now.
Right. Okay. So then, but you caught additional charges while you were locked up?
Yeah, I caught an A1 115, but the DA didn't pick it up because of that riot.
So what is that?
A1 115 is a murder, attempted murder, assault with an inmate manufactured weapon.
Okay, so you stabbed somebody in the middle of the riot?
I cut someone's face in the cell,
Oh, in the cell?
Yeah.
So, but it got dropped because of the riot, you said?
Well, just they wouldn't pick it up. They had 187 attempted murders handed out during this riot, and this is like a small county in Oklahoma. So they're like, they couldn't even deal with the caseload they had.
So it was
imagine 1,100 people rioting,
Right, but so it was something that would have completely fucked you over, but they just had too many, so they couldn't handle it?
It's just like any county. Like right now, how LA County's not prosecuting people for shoplifting. That's how it works. They can't do it. They don't have the manpower.
Wow.
So they're like, fuck you, Wes. Like, whatever. Like, your little stupid shit. Like, you're doing your shoe term. DA's not picking it up. It's not a DA referral. The DA referraled it. DA didn't pick it up. But there was other ones where the DA would pick up where these dudes are breaking broom handles, plunging them in fools' necks and shit. These fools are fucking cutting fools' necks. These fools are like getting high as fuck, doing like satanic ass shit. Like fuck it. I'm telling you, bro, you see these fools, like you're like, oh dude, like Tripper's cool. Like that's my boy. And then it starts kicking off and the dude's eyes are black circles and he's fucking poking a bunch of people. You're like, oh, that's why he's here.
Right.
That fool motherfucking crazy.
So yeah, some of these people are actually like psychos, but it just doesn't come out until they feel like they have a full.
Yeah, same thing
excuse.
with me. If we fully got into it and some shit was going down right now, you'd be like, Wes is a motherfucking psychopath.
Really?
That fool has zero fucking chill.
There's a thing that's been happening in rap for the past like few months where basically people submit like freedom of information requests to get information on different rappers. So they submit their government name, and then there was a video coming out of I don't even want to mention his name, but there was a rapper who was basically having like another dude sit on his lap, shit like that, doing some gay shit. And then there was another this legendary rapper King Von who passed away, who at one point they tried to, I guess, put him in like an op dorm with like other gang members in Chicago that he wouldn't get along with, and he says to the guard or whatever, he says like, "Nah, I'm gay. I can't go in there. I'm gay." Like, and so
in Cali, you can't refuse a cell.
Right.
So even if they try to put you in a cell with someone that you don't want to cell up with, or a different race, or because they were trying to make everyone bunk up in Norco. So Norco, like, which is right here, it's CRC. And so at CRC prison, they were trying to make people, because prison's segregated, they were trying to make everyone fucking converge, and they were like, here's a word for it, skip my fucking brain. I can't realize that I remember CRC and Norco. But they're making them bunk up with like different races, and they won't. So they're having to take off on each other. And then they're basically setting them up to get more time.
But so, have you seen any of that in the sort of like prisoner YouTuber landscape of people?
I don't watch any shit like that. I'm the only guy on YouTube who's never watched a YouTube video.
Really?
Ever. I don't do it. I just get money all day, and I'm really locked into helping people. The only thing that keeps me okay, like, I'm manic as fuck. Like, I have like mania, bro. I did a lot of drugs. You know, I have to keep going all day, and so like I have to like help people. I have to stay good or I'm bad. Like, you're either creating problems or solving them.
How do you chill out at night if your brain's going crazy?
I just go so hard all day. I wake up at 2:45. So I got up at 2:45. I've done 3 workouts today.
At 2:45 in the morning,
I get up at 2:45.
What time do you go to bed?
I went to bed at like 11.
What the fuck?
So I went to bed at 11, woke up at 2:45. I've done 3 workouts, 1 at the gym, 2 in my hotel room. I've made 80,000, and I drove from fucking here to here, Hollywood, Beverly Hills to where we're at. And I'll sleep at like 10 or 11 again.
Okay.
I'll make $100,000 every fucking day, and I'll do 10 workouts, and I'll film all this shit. I'll make all this content. I do it all, bro.
Does working out that much, like, because even like professional bodybuilders don't work out that much?
Yeah,
right?
I do it for my mental health, bro.
Really? But it's all weights, or you doing cardio?
No, I do burpees.
Okay.
So I do burpees like 2-3 times a day, or I'll do chest like at the gym, and then I'll go back, do shoulders, tries, and then I'll do like 2 burpee sessions.
What is it about burpees that makes you such a believer?
They just get you so winded
that
it's like blood oxidation level.
How many do you do in a row?
I'll do like 200, 300. I'll just do sets of 10. So I'll just like set of 10.
Okay.
I like either get a pen and mark a hash marker. I just rip up like something, I put it down. Like set of 10, another set of 10, another set of 10. I just enjoy myself. I just get in flow, and it puts me at peace. Like, I told myself it works, so it works. That's mindset training. But the whole thing is like, people can't wake up smiling. They can't wake up laughing. They can't wake up happy. It just doesn't happen because our blood oxidation level isn't at that level to even have that emotion. So when I get like I'm breathing super fucking heavy and the burpees force me to breathe like that, I can actually be in like a good positive state of mind.
Right. No, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I feel like working out is like one of the most important things for keeping my mind together and keeping myself focused and stuff. And like, sometimes it does feel like this kind of drain on my productivity, like having this really hard workout in the morning, and then I'm trying to do podcasts for like 6 or 7 hours in a row. And it's like, somehow that workout, it kind of like prepares you for the day, but then it also kind of, sometimes I feel like I'm like pre-exhausting my energy levels for the day.
Yeah, it's all how you view it. Like, the mind is so strong, the self-talk is what becomes real, So if you're like, no, it only builds me, it only builds me, it only builds me, it only builds me.
Right.
Then it will. Like, I would be so fucking tired and force a workout, and then it would energize me. I mean, like, the only way to get into a positive mindset is through positive actions. You can't think your way into positive thoughts. You have to act your way into positive thinking.
Right.
And the whole thing is like, it just always worked for me in my worst of days in prison. So here's a fucking cakewalk. Everything out here is easy.
Right.
Like, people are crying about a problem. It's the fuck's your problem, dude? Shut the fuck up.
And when people talk about how dangerous California is, or different parts of
prison or Cali,
like just the streets at this point, because people are getting robbed and shit like that, does that seem kind of crazy to you because you're just so used to like a way higher level of danger?
Shoot me. I don't give a fuck. All right, I'm done, bro. I put so much work in life and everything, and done so much. Like, go right ahead.
But you can't carry a gun?
Last thing I ever give a fuck about is being scared.
Because you're a felon, so you can't carry a gun?
Yeah, it doesn't mean you can't, but I mean, yeah.
Right. That sounds kind of nerve wracking though. I know people who like would definitely carry guns, but they have felonies, so they don't, and they just live their life in a constant state of just looking
That's
around.
why I live in Miami, and everyone around me strapped because you can carry a strap.
Oh, so you choose to live in Miami.
So I live in Miami most of the time, and like bodyguards are $50 an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Like I have 3, 4 of them. You don't even see them. And then like full-time security's cheap, like $5,000 a month. And then all my homies got guns on them because they could carry. And dude, they ain't even gonna trip if you're carrying something.
Right. Even the cop, if they figure out you're a felon, they don't care.
Yeah, but I'm already sitting with someone. Same thing as a phone.
Right.
Hey, what's up? Oh, cop's coming. That's yours.
Right.
And it is. Oh, that's mine. What? Oh, what? You get a fucking ticket? It's like.
But in terms of having that much security and stuff, you really feel like you attract that kind of attention at this point?
No, I mean, I used to roll with security just 'cause I want a driver. I don't want to drive. I want a text message to make money. So it doubled as a driver with a strap on him for cheap. So, I mean, I do that sometimes. But I mean, for the most part, like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I could give a fuck. Like,
You're not scared to die?
I died a long time ago, bro.
What do you mean by that?
Like, everything in me died a long time ago. This is all plus. This is all wonderful, but I don't, like, I'm indifferent. I don't even enjoy life. Like, I don't enjoy anything. Private jet, who gives a fuck? The Rolls Royce out back I bought for $600,000 cash, $500 on the wrist. Like, I don't give a fuck about that, bro. Nothing does anything for me. Right. Not even hot ass model chick, this, that, the other, thought of kids, all that. I'm fucking detached, bro.
But so do you even feel like you're still chasing those highs, or are you just kind of
I'm writing a book. Like I feel like I feel like I'm an offering at this point. I feel like I've elevated above life as we know it. And so I'll be better at it than everyone else because they're attached to their ego and their outcome. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. So, I mean, the whole thing is I can move better than them because I'm not scared. Like, they're scared to pay $47 for a flight because they could go broke and they have kids and they'll look like a jackass because they can't take care of their chick. I'll be like, fuck you. Figure it out for your fucking goddamn self. I shouldn't even have made it this far, motherfucker. Like, I'm the one who got out of prison 5 years ago.
Right. Okay, so is it hard for a woman that you're dating to handle that level of energy that you're describing?
They better not. Dude, women can't be around me. Fuck it.
So there's a shelf life on every relationship because they just can't handle it?
I wouldn't want to be around me all the time. Why the fuck? I'm good in like doses. Like, fuck, you can spend 2 hours around me, but I mean, like, any longer, I would suggest leave, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a level of work. There was like a work ethic level I had before I got in a relationship that when I look back on it, it was like I would very easily be like midnight to like, or like noon to like 5 in the morning every day, sleep till noon, back at it again. And only now through having a kid and shit do I have more of a sense of balance.
I mean, how cool would that be to have kids? Like, how fucking awesome. How dope. Like, I'm proud of fathers. I'm proud of parents. My ex-chick, I'm proud of how good of a mom she was. Like, I always wanted to be like a parent. I'm just detached, bro. Like, I don't know what the fuck everyone is even doing. I'm like, I don't even understand it. Like, I'm like, so wait, you're choosing to do that so much, but you're failing in all these other areas, but you're telling yourself that this is the right thing to do to spend more time with your kids, but you're a poor example of a human being to them. Like, everything's like hypocritical. Everything's like twisted. Like, I'm going to be all one thing, you know? And that's it. Like, so fuck it. I'm a meal ticket then, bitch. Here, I'll pay for the kids. Like, like if you're...
So you don't have kids?
No. I had a stepson that with my first wife, and I loved him to death. I did everything. But like, no one could understand me. You know, I work fucking to the bone. You know, dude, I'll be like having sex with my chick trying to close a deal, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Nothing matters like that to me. So, I mean.
But then why does money matter if nothing matters?
I just feel like I'm writing a story, you know? I feel like I'm writing like a crazy ass story that like, even I'm a martyr in that aspect. Like, maybe I'll never have kids or have a family, and I'll be able to show people through what I did that, hey, this route's possible. Maybe tone it back in these areas. Like, do what Wes did through your 20s into your early 30s. Have your family be set by like early 30s, and then fucking be a good dad, be a good mother, be a good father, or whatever. But I just feel like I have like a massive story to show of what's possible. You know, I feel like I'm an offering. You know.
Okay. What How hard was it to stay in shape while you're locked up? Because
I tracked every meal. Like I wrote down every macro I ate, every fat, protein, carb. I would get books. I had phones, so I tracked everything.
Really, because I mean, I feel like it's pretty tough to like get and stay in shape even on the outside when you have access to whatever food you want and personal training, gyms and shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
it's true. But for me, I saw, so like, the way to attach to your purpose and to like the reason all cultures before they use food. So like they're not sacrificing goats and cutting heads off animals. They're sacrificing their food above. They're like, I'm going to go hungry so God can speak to me. So I could tap into that universal wisdom. I could tap into infinite intelligence. And so I would sacrifice food and pull it back so much that I would fucking feel like I was fucking God, bro. Like talking straight to him, fucking open line of communication. You're a straight antenna. If you fast right now for 3 days or something, I don't fast. I never fast proteins.
I hate it.
I would fast carbs and fats though. I would always keep my protein though. So it would be just like fasting, but I would keep the muscle. So then I would you're just an antenna, bro. You tap into so much power. Like strength is restraint. So, and I hate it. I love food. Like now I'm in Miami. I'm at Poppy Steak. I'm at Carbone. I love eating, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why I've been gaining some weight. But I'm less in tune with that message. But that's why all cultures fasted. That's why people will like fucking starve themselves out front of the church, like in different countries, because they're like, I need more of this feeling, this message. It becomes something else you're addicted to, like the power of restraint. And that voice that you hear when you're really, really, really living in that state of alignment. In the state of alignment, humans aren't supposed to eat how we're eating. Like we're not supposed to eat that way. We're supposed to barely be getting enough food in and working hard as fuck to even get that little amount of food. So that was basically prison. I was barely getting enough protein and working so fucking hard to where I was just like, fuck, I'm powerful. And that feeling was addictive. And that's what I teach people. I teach people to get that feeling to where they feel powerful for once in their life and feel purpose driven. And it's probably the best feeling ever, but it makes you detached from society because society's not like that.
Right. But so what exercise are you able to do while you're locked up like that though?
Just make water bags, make magazine stacks for side raises, front raises, water bags for making curls and forearms and shit like that. And then like triceps off the table or off the sink in the cell, massive amounts of thousands of push-ups, burpees, squats with your celly, lunges with a person on your back, like I have step-ups with a magazine bag, shit like that. And you can still body build, but you can't really do like heavy back, but you just do pull-ups.
Right. And what year did they take the weights out of the prisons?
I think it was in the 80s, 90s, early 90s.
Right. Do you think the prison would be better off if they still had weights and people were able to actually put time into that?
Motherfuckers are so fucking gouged the fuck out in prison. They don't give a fuck about no weights.
Really? Everybody's fucked up?
Fools aren't in shape in prison.
Really?
Fools are just fucking like that prison buff, like fat buff.
But if they could lift weights and shit, maybe they would be less interested in heroin.
Nah, they're
it's not like
they
that.
love heroin, bro.
Really?
Like, dude, the homies and shit, fuck, these fools fucking, they love that shit, bro. That's like part of their culture, bro.
Didn't you say in a video though that the Southsiders aren't allowed to get fucked up, or the Northerners aren't allowed to get fucked up?
Northerners can't use dope; they're more militant, but they still got that Mexican body, bro. They don't really fucking get in shape, so they get distracted way quick. They eat a couple spreads and they look like shit still. It's very rare that a Mexican ever looks good in shape. They just don't. They just don't. But I've got a few in great shape. But it's very rare that you're like, look at that jacked ass Mexican.
But
dude.
why is that?
It's their genetics of loving their food. Dude, they got the best food on earth, dog.
Right.
You know what time
You're right, yeah.
Dude, the best food on earth is what Mexicans bring us. But when there is like a jacked Mexican like Sosa from Fontana, Sosa was jacked, and his celly was Wolf from Playboys. So Sosa had the block at one prison I was at, and his celly Wolf from Playboys was like a skinnier white boy who's actually a Southsider. So like Southsiders take everyone. They take blacks, they take whites, they'll take any race. Mm-hmm. And as long as you'd be a resident if you're not from a gang, but then if you're from a hood, you're from a hood.
But then they expect you to still fuck with them on the outside once you get out.
What's that?
Like if you get released, are you still supposed to, like if you're a white guy who's rolling with the Southsiders and then you get out?
You'd probably be sending some happy cards or doing some work, bringing some money packs or something.
Really?
Yeah. But like they're usually from a gang. Like my homie, my homie fucking Wolf from Playboys. I mean, who else fucking Robert Kaufman fucking what the fuck did they call him again? God damn, he was from Harbor area. What was that? The name of that fucking gang in Harbor area? I don't fucking know, a long time. But yeah, dude, these just fucking crazy motherfuckers. Prison's crazy, bro. But the whole thing behind it is prison taught me how to live a militant routine. And in that militant routine, I was able to just find peace. And then I come out here and everybody's so comfortable. The militant routine was the answer to their comfort, to make them a more disciplined individual, to be strong enough to even mitigate the negative thoughts that people call anxiety and depression and all these bullshit ass made up things. People don't die from skin cancer in prison. People don't die from cancer. People don't have anxiety. People aren't depressed. Like, that's only out here. Like,
really?
Yeah, they don't have that shit. Motherfuckers are on the yard just fucking baking, you know? They're just getting, they're bright red, purplish. They don't have skin cancer, bro. That doesn't exist in prison. Hey, Red died of skin cancer. They kill you out here with that shit. It's fake.
Really?
Fuck, it's just fake as fuck. They're like, no, really, I got melanoma, Wes. I'm like, why? Because the doctor told you and then he fucking put you on some shit and killed your ass? You stupid motherfucker.
But okay, so you're saying that you think that when people are locked up, they somehow like the stress just doesn't exist in the same way? No, it feels like it would be incredibly stressful.
You don't let people have it. If you're not allowed to have anxiety, it doesn't exist. If like you're sitting there going, hey, I have anxiety. Hey, Adam, I got anxiety. You'd be like, shut the fuck up, dude. Don't fucking say that shit.
But okay, I'm picturing I'm in prison and I'm laying in bed, freaking the fuck out. My girl's gonna leave me. My kid's gonna hate me. Yeah, but this is anxiety that I'm dealing with. I feel like that probably
you would have to accept it. Then you would come up with like, now you start to come up with like fail safes and belief systems and the true solutions to problems. So you'd be like, oh well, I'd love her anyways. So, you know, and my girl's gonna leave me. Oh well, I love her anyways.
Right.
My kid's gonna hate me. Oh well, I love him anyways.
So at a certain point, you just have to let go.
At a certain point, you release what you want to possess. Right then, you're releasing fear. You're releasing all these fucking feelings, and you're possessing what you're releasing out to the universe. You know. And so at that point, you start to realize, oh shit, if I release love to my chick, even though she's with another dude on the street, I'm free. So then you start to really be able to control yourself. So I teach people all this shit, like from my years of fucking fighting problems and being like that and being in isolation. I teach people the fail safes, the mindset tactics, the belief systems, and the way to operate to where nothing can fuck with you. Like nothing can fucking phase you.
Right. So did you have a girl when you went in?
Yeah. She fucking ended. Sancho answered one time and I was pissed.
Wait, how long? How many years did you make it? Or months?
I was like 8 years in. Like this dude Val.
8 years in, so almost the whole fucking term. You were talking to her and she was holding you down.
On and off. Like she gave me like money 2 years in, like $200. The first like year she held it down while I was in county, and then she was on heroin. You know, she hung out with like skinheads on the street. She did heroin and shit. Wow. Her cousin's like a high end little influencer, like fitness chick. But one day Sancho answered, and it was a white boy. She hung out with these skinheads. I think it was his full Val from SDSH, and he's like, she ain't your chick no more. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, bro. He's like, you've been gone 8 years. Like, you got to realize, like, this ain't your chick anymore, dog. And I'm like, yeah, whatever the fuck. And I'm like sitting on the prison toilet, like acting like I'm on the toilet, but I'm on a phone. And I'm like, whatever, okay. And then I just let it go.
Really?
Yeah.
Was there a part of you that wanted to?
I don't give a fuck.
Freak the fuck out?
I was so burnt. Like, I was already so mentally disciplined. Like, I was already so committed to different mindsets and different paths and shit. I was like, whatever, I understand.
Okay. And so how did you...
When you have true clarity like that, you don't drift off into emotion. You go straight into that failsafe. I ain't going to release hate. I'm going to feel like shit. So you just go right into, why would I release negativity? I'll feel like shit. Prison's way simple. Out here, we're caught up in all this bullshit. So we're just acting all impulsively. You can't do that in prison. Like, you can't just be all fucking like freaking out and shit. If you like freak out on the phone, start yelling or something, dude, you're done. Like, your own people are gonna be like, dude, you better fucking stop. What the fuck is it? Like, you just get DP'd for anything out of line.
Right. And so you're just meeting all these girls on Plenty of Fish and shit like that. Is this like just like a game you're playing while you're in there?
I had one come visit me.
One visited you. You didn't get the conjugal visit or anything.
No, you can't. Conjugal visit takes. You have to be married. It takes like time, And they took those away at a lot of pens.
But you're getting girls to send you money and shit off these dating sites or anything?
One time a girl bought me a phone.
Oh, really? Okay.
When I was down. But then once I get a phone, then I'm cracking again.
For sure. So what's going on in your mind as your release date starts to approach?
I didn't want to leave.
Really?
So like on my last day, they're like, Watson, roll it up. And I'm like, I'm eating my oatmeal, dog. And the guy's like, you get to go. I said, I'm going to finish my fucking food, And I don't even want to go, dude. I don't give a fuck. It's not real. I'm not really going anywhere.
You just couldn't believe it?
I've been in prison for 10 nights. I didn't even care. It's not even real. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. What the fuck are you talking about? And I'm in the van. It's not even real. My homie picks me up. It ain't even real. Nothing real. It took me like a year for anything to even be real,
What'd you spend the first year doing?
I was at my grandma's house. So I had to move back in with my grandma at 35. And I had to live on a twin bed in the same room with my parents. So I'm living on a twin bed in the same room with my parents at 35, and I'm fucking happy. I'm grateful. I'm free.
So your parents are living with your grandma as well?
Yeah, parents with my grandma.
And what are they up to at that point?
They're not doing too well.
Really?
Yeah, because I used to do a lot to help the family before I got busted. They never got a place of their own after.
Really?
They lived with her the whole time.
And what's the mood when they see you for the first time?
They were just scared that I was going to be a weirdo,
A weirdo, like
I thought I was going to be like off the charts, like crazy or something. But then the fucking I'm just banging away on my phone, posting on Instagram, and everybody's like, "What are you doing? You need to get a job." I'm like, "Just hold up, like I got this, just chill, I got this." And they're like, "Just keep sweating me, keep sweating me, keep sweating me." And then I start making it work, I start making some money online. I make like $800 to $3,000 a month, and then I go tell my story on like Prison Talk with Big Herc, and like I start going viral on YouTube.
Shut up, Big Herc. That's the one I watched.
Yeah. So now I had a system to collect money for training and nutrition, and now I had a lot of fucking traffic. Like I was going viral as fuck, like 3 million views per video, and now I started making like 3, 7, 10 grand a day. And like for the first 3-4 months, I didn't tell anyone. I was scared. Like I'm like, oh fuck, what the fuck? And I'm just clocking, bro. And no, my parents don't know, my grandma don't know, and I'm making like 150 grand a month. And I don't even have a car. I didn't even buy a car till I had like 500, 600,000 saved. And then so then like I finally one day I was sitting there and my grandma was tripping about her fucking her credit card, and I'm like, hand it to me. And she's like, what do you mean? And she hands it to me, and I just type all the numbers in, call my bank, type it in, pay it off. I hand it to her. I said, I just paid it. I've been making 150 grand a month for like the last 6 months. I'm fucking out, And she's like, no way. And now none of them fuck with me. My parents don't fuck with me.
Why?
Just a lot of arguments, relationships. Like first, my ex-wife and my mom didn't get along, and I chose my marriage over kind of my mom. And then now even my mom came back in the picture for like a few holidays, and then we didn't get along about something, and then now they just fucking hate me. But even my ex-chick that I recently broke up with before I got this new chick, like my mom started befriending. They always befriend my mom, like to like as in like hating on me,
Yeah.
And so now they became friends and shit. When you get money, people just fucking they want you to do shit for them that's so fucking unreasonable. It's crazy.
Like what?
It's like pay for shit.
Yeah.
Like my ex chick called it breadcrumbs, and I gave her $500,000 the first year we were dating. Really? Yeah. Like she said, you gave me breadcrumbs. I'm like, bitch, I gave you like a $50,000 check on Valentine's Day. The fuck you talking about? And I'm like, whoever gave you that much? She's like, yeah, but it was breadcrumbs to you. And I'm like, Jesus. Like, so it was just like, she was a sweetheart. I loved her to death. I still love her. But
this is the one that I saw making videos calling you out and shit?
Oh, no, that was my other one.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my ex-wife.
I clicked on some commentary channel talking about some video, your girl freaking out.
That was my ex-wife.
Okay.
Yeah, she had tats all over her face and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went crazy. She has like, she's like BPD and shit.
What's that?
Personality disorder.
Oh, bipolar, yeah.
Yeah, bipolar, but personality disorder is like whacked,
Right.
Like they're fully two different people.
Is this like your type? You think you just attract girls that are
psychos?
Yeah.
Probably.
But do you need that level of like excitement to stay interested? Or?
No. Yeah, I don't know. No, my chick now like even told me she's kind of like that. I'm like, whatever. She's hot as fuck. I don't give a fuck. If a chick's hot, I'm going to run it.
Right.
Like I'm going to try to make it work. Like, I'm not going to be like, red flags. Like, who the fuck am I? I'm so optimistic. I'm like, I can fucking make this work.
Right.
Yeah.
My type when I was single was like girls who were down to do a lot of drugs with me and who were fucking sluts and would probably want to let me fuck their friends. And I embrace that and I own that. You know, like this is what I'm trying to do right now. I'm not really looking to be in a long-term relationship. I want to meet girls that want to have crazy experiences and do shitloads of coke.
Yeah. But now I still get chicks that are like probably strippers or fucking like have that look or whatever. Like my chick now has fake tits, fake ass, she way skinny. She wasn't a stripper or anything. And she's only had like long-term relationships. But they always have a look, you know, have a type. And that type of chick, I mean, I guess probably people could typecast that, but everyone always tries to give me relationship advice and they got a fucking 2 sitting next to them. I'm like, motherfucker, you're 2. You can't teach me shit about relationships. And they're like, why? I'm like, you're working with a 2. She always fucking listens. I have a 10. She ain't gonna fucking listen like you're 2, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
She's got options. She don't.
So could you date a porn star or a stripper?
I'd date a stripper, probably not a porn star, but.
So you could know that she was grinding up on random dudes in the club at night to make money?
I'd make her stop probably one because I have enough money. But like I could meet her as a stripper. I could probably meet her as a porn star even.
Right.
And then still if she stopped, but I wouldn't want it to be like ongoing, you know.
Yeah.
I'd rather her come fucking chill, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely not for everybody.
Because it's the same life. Like that same life is fucking like, that's that dope life that I live. Like I know how it is, you know, it's like addictive.
Because I'm just picturing, you're dating a stripper, she comes in, she tells you, hey, Wes, this guy said this to me, and you're going to be with a fucking crowbar outside the strip club freaking out on it.
I don't even do that.
No, you can do that?
Nah, my chick now, even if she wants to go out with her friends or something, like, fuck, go ahead. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Like, I'll see you in the morning or tomorrow. I don't put now I like literally put 0 tabs on chicks.
Really?
Like I don't give a fuck. If she's gonna leave, she's gonna leave. My ex-wife cheated on me like a bunch of times. I already been through all that.
Right. Yeah. But you used to do the jealous thing more? Or?
Oh, I wanted it to work, so I'd actually fucking like try to fucking argue with a chick or something. Now I'm like, hey, if you disturb my peace, you're fucking leaving. Yeah. Like and if you cheat on me, if you fucking hit me or if you talk about calling cops, we're done.
Got it. So there's nothing in you that makes you want to watch all of your peers on YouTube and stuff to like know what's out there?
I don't, dude. If something lands in front of my face, I watch it.
Right, because I heard you saying that you're an Andrew Tate fan.
Yeah, they land in front of my face and I'm like, oh, that's dope.
It's hard to avoid.
Yeah, yeah. If something lands on me, I'm like, oh, that was meant to be. It was dope. I love that. But I don't really have time to even tie my fucking shoes. I can't really like go seeking videos, you know?
Right.
And I don't want to be like I wouldn't want to watch something like you're putting out because then I developed that. Like then my content that I'm doing that day will be like part of what you and that guy were talking about. And then it feels like unauthentic to me. Right. Like I don't like to have any stuff like put in my brain, you know, 'cause I like to like come up with my own shit so it feels authentic and I'm not feeling like a fucking, you know, that fucking imposter syndrome shit people say is real. I don't know about that shit.
What are your thoughts on like the YouTuber ex-prison ecosystem out there though? Because it's
I never really saw it. I don't know.
You just don't really tap in or pay attention.
No, at first some of them were saying like Wes wasn't a shot caller.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, but now look how much money I make and they're at their grandma's house still.
But I saw a video where a guy was like, there is no shot caller. Like, this is bullshit. Like, that's not how it works. I never heard somebody say there was a shot caller.
100% someone has every block and then someone has every yard.
Right.
100%. And then someone on the streets has the fucking county, you know? So there's 100%. There is rules like that.
Right. Definitely. But, okay, where was it? Wes Watson. Okay, because the guy was like, he had a lot of fucking like complaints in one of these videos I wanted. So I was just trying to see what else you thought about this. There was a guy saying that, he didn't believe that you hooped your paperwork. A lot of people have kind of made a meme out of it. Oh, dude,
you wrap it up this big. Like you get like a 128G and you get copies of your 128G, which is your paperwork. You fold it over so many times, it's this big. Look at it's this big. You put a glove around it 3 or 4 times. You twist it up and you shove it up your ass.
And do you just stop thinking about it after a while?
Yeah. Then you go to the next place. You shit out. You got your paperwork, and now you don't have to wait for it. And it's this big.
Right.
This one guy was like rolling up a paper like this. How's he gonna put this up his ass? I'm like, dude, are you from Tennessee or what, dog? Like, dude, fold a fucking piece of paper into a square. It'll be that big and tight. you'll get a glove, like from work, you'll use the fingers of a glove, like 5 fingers tied up. You'll stick it in so many gloves. And then
so this is just so you can immediately prove that you're not.
Prove I'm with the business. That's how you roll up and you say, like, I ain't one of these fools who waits for my paperwork. I'm with it. You know, what's up? That's how you prove you're with it.
And that's that big of a deal in that moment.
It's like the hierarchy. You don't have to do that.
Right.
But it's like, what's up? I roll with my paperwork. Like, that's a thing in prison, that if you roll with your paperwork, you're different. Right. And you wanna send copies of your paperwork in your property, and you want to roll with one just in case it gets lost. You know how many times people's property has gotten lost, they never get it?
But they won't let you just bring a piece of paper with you when you're getting...
Fuck no, they know what the paperwork is. They know the paperwork is gang related. You know?
Oh, okay.
Like because a bad paperwork will get you stabbed. So they're not gonna let you roll with your paperwork. Then everyone would have to roll with theirs. Then fucking Joe Chomo has to roll with his and he gets stabbed.
Right. Holy shit. No, okay. I saw a guy complaining saying that you had a story about how you had to shower with your clothes on. So you had to like shampoo your clothes.
That's how, no, in Cali prison, that's how we wash our clothes.
Really?
We don't send our clothes to the laundry. Every race is Fifi's going there. Every race is jacking off in their clothes. Your good clothes are going into the community laundry. Your shit's coming back just soaked in everyone's fucking bullshit.
So you won't use the laundry system at all?
No. So you go in, you get wet, and then you soap your clothes up on you. You take your socks off, you put them on your hands, you soap your socks up, take your shirt off, hang it on a clothing line, take your socks off, hang it on a clothing line. Now you soap down your boxers from the outside, take them off. Now you're finally naked for like the 3 minutes you need to be naked in the shower. You soap your boxers off, you hang them. Now you dry off, you go. Do you want to just be, nobody goes in prison and walks up to the outside of the shower, fully strips out their clothes, drops them on the ground like they're at their house and bathroom. Nobody does that. Everything has to be folded in orderly. So like your clothes have to go on this line right next to this shower head. You have to wash them. You have to put them on this line. Then you have to take them with you. You brought in your clothes you're changing in. They're over here. The clothes you washed are over here. You're toweling your shit's right here. So it's so orderly. You're militant as fuck. Everything is strategy. Or else people would be walking up to the fucking shower and they would just like be, if a new ass motherfucker rolls up, he's about to take a shower. He's in his shower shoes and boxers. He takes his boxers off, like puts them by his fucking shower shoes. You're like, oh my God, this fucking guy.
Really?
Now he's got shit boxers in the fucking air of the set of the building that we're all inhabiting that has no fucking windows. Like there's none of that.
Wow. Fucking crazy.
Everything is done like orderly to be as clean as possible, as good of a fucking a day we could have to not have smelling someone's fucking asshole, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
But so, I mean, you speak about it in such a way that it does feel like you kind of miss it, or like you were like comfortable in that environment.
I miss everything that made me who I am. Like, but I never miss it. But if anyone knew what that would do to them, they'd be the most powerful person alive. They'd be as rich as me, as successful as me, because you're unstoppable at that point. Everyone always asks me how I did it. I say, who, motherfucker, not how.
Well, yeah, so how did you end up making so much money fresh out of there?
I mean, just first off, like I started selling programs. My programs go from $299 a month to $2,000. They go from $3,000 to $20,000. I sat in the car right now. I made $15,000 right before I walked in. Like, dude, someone was just trying to go in my gate at my mansion in San Diego. Look at right before I walked in. Payment success, $244, $7,500.
Wow.
Okay, look at. Payment success, $246, $7,500. Raul Mendoza.
And if I spend $7,500 with you, what am I getting?
Look at Marco Granados. That's today. Those are right. Dude, I made that in like 4 minutes, $15,000. I made over $100,000 every day for so long. It's crazy.
And these are people who find out about you from YouTube and shit?
Anything I put out. So I'm putting out content everywhere. And like, if someone wants to build, so first off, I got people right. I got them fit. I got their mind right, got them off drugs. I got them feeling good about themselves and really being a better motherfucker like I did for me. First, I got them right. Then once they got right, they're like, I love this. Can you teach me to sell the programs that you sold me? I'm like, hell yeah, I can. It's this price. So now people that they get right, or they already came in right, and now I teach them how to sell the programs that I make millions off of. So now I started clocking dough, you know. Like now I sell 3 different tiers of programs. I have a $47 program with 17,000 people monthly that pay me $47 a month. I have a program with that from $299 to $2,000 with about 3,000 to 5,000 people on it that's rotating. And then I have a high ticket program that's $3,000 to $20,000 that I sell $30,000 worth of that product a day. And I already have recurring revenue of like $45,000. So no matter what, every day I make about $75,000. But I've made $100,000 a day for a very long time on stretches, you know.
What the fuck? And so what? This is just like kind of giving people like programs to follow and stuff like that, or is that personalized time as well?
Yeah, you go into my app and I'll make you a workout, I'll make you a diet, and then we get on a Zoom call to talk about how we're going to help your mind. We're going to help you be a better dude. We're going to help you drop the alcohol, the drink, whatever. It's an accountability like Zoom call, and then training and nutrition. And the content I put out already gets them doing it. So they're already feeling better. They're like, I'm addicted to this. This is dope. I feel good. Fuck yeah, it's worth $750 to have a 6-pack from working with Wes and feel this good. Like, and then once they start feeling that good, they're like, I want this to be my life. I want to fucking roll Rolls Royces like Wes and do all this. I have a firefighter guy who paid me $7,500 once, and then he came to one of my masterminds, which is $10,000. So he paid me $17,500. Now he makes about $400,000 a month.
From doing the same thing.
Same thing that I do, I taught him to do.
And how does he get it out there to people?
Same way, Instagram.
He does an Instagram thing, but he makes it clear that he's like one of your soldiers.
Whatever, I make it clear, like, hey, I taught this dude, you know.
Okay.
But like then they go off on their own. Like they can go off. I have a guy from Spain who's just like me. His name's Jados. And he moved right next to my mansion in Miami. He moved on Hibiscus Island. He has fucking 3 Lambos or a Cullinan. He has 6 fucking cars. The firefighter guy moved next to my mansion in Rancho Santa Fe.
Wow.
Like these guys aren't like making small money. They're moving next to me. They're doing as much as me. Like I teach people to make, that guy makes $570 a month. The other guy makes about $400. I have plenty of people making $50,000 a month, and they pay me $3,000 a month to learn how to make 50. The perceived value is so massive, and the ROI beats anything on this planet. Like if you spend 20 grand with me on that year, there's no way we're not going to make you 200 to 2 million. There's no way. And then you're going to be able to take it to the moon.
Wow.
And it's all profit. It's not like 2 million where you're barely making anything. It's not like these other businesses that are 30% profit. Fuck that.
Wow. So what do you find are most people's biggest problems or biggest sticking points, things that it's hard for them to get past in terms of getting in shape and everything?
Oh, they're just fucking, it's just self-sabotage.
Right.
Like, yeah, they just like to drink, they like to party, or they like to eat too much, or they're just fucking lazy. They just disbelief. They don't believe they could be something.
What's your diet like?
I usually eat carnivore all day, so I haven't had any carbs yet today. So I've ate all protein so far till now, and like right before bed, I'll have some carbs and protein I'll just knock out.
Really? Yeah. What kind of carbs are we talking?
I'll have anything I want.
Really?
I'll have the dessert, I'll have the whole fucking everything I want. But then if you go down to the macronutrients, the fats, proteins, and carbs, I would barely probably have 100 grams of carbs at that meal. Even if I had a dessert and I had like some rice or like some bread or something, probably maybe have 150 grams of carbs. That insulin spike is going to make me fucking pass out in the fucking chair. Like if I haven't had carbs all day and I eat 150 grams, I'll be fucking snoring right here.
Right.
Yeah, and you'll have the best sleep you've ever had. So I set myself up perfectly with my diet to even sleep when I want. And if I don't have carbs, I'll just be manic as fuck. I'll just keep going. But like my mania is like euphoric mania. You can look that up. That's like euphoric mania is like a good thing. Like it's like you're optimistic as fuck. You have endless energy. You don't really sleep. They would call it something negative, but I would just call it fucking alignment. Like you're winning.
It's all about if you can harness that shit, you know?
Yeah, everyone has a problem.
Yeah.
Most fucking the craziest people are the smartest, most successful.
Yeah. Especially like when I look back at the 80s and stuff, I feel like as cocaine and crack were taking over the culture, it was like a lot of people couldn't handle it, so they ended up being the people sleeping under the fucking bridge and shit.
Yeah.
But then the people who were able to harness it made some
music.
of the best music, some of the best
100%.
movies of all time, because that additional level of energy kind of propelled them into that.
Makes you think
It's
different.
not healthy in the long run,
No.
but it could definitely take you some places.
Even my way I live isn't healthy in the long run. I mean, but who the fuck says? I don't even think I don't, anything they tell you isn't what you should be doing. You need 8 hours. Come on.
You don't buy it.
Everything they tell you is what you shouldn't be doing. Like
Really?
they're telling you that to hold you down.
You think 8 hours isn't good?
I never needed 8 hours. I couldn't even sleep 8 hours. It would kill me.
I'm a big fan of 8 hours.
Yeah, it would just kill me. Like I have to get up and fucking crush it.
I know what 4 hours feels like and what 5 hours feels like. And I don't know, man. It's tough in the long run.
Me getting like 5 or 6 hours is optimal. If I went to bed at like 8 and then I got up at like 2:45, then I almost got I got like 6 hours.
But so could you imagine yourself retiring or no?
I don't ever want to retire.
Right.
I love what I do. Like I have to. It's people say, hey, you love what you do. You get to do what you love. I said, we need this. Like me and you need to give this to people.
Right.
Like we need connection.
It's hard for me to imagine retiring when my work day, like sometimes there's parts of it that are stressful, but a lot of it is just talking on camera. It feels like I need to like do this. Like, why the fuck would I not appreciate this?
Yeah, so I talk to people on Zoom and like I come on, I'm like, I don't want to fucking do this call. That's Wes Watson, you know. He don't want to fucking do the fucking call. Then I get on the call and I like elevate above me, all my fucking desires, all my limitations, all the bullshit that I've created in my head at that moment that I want to do or don't want to do. Then I just get into the call helping someone and I'm free. I don't want another Lambo. I don't need to fucking fuck a bitch. I don't need a hamburger. I don't need shit, you know? Like I just don't need shit. I'm free, you know, from desire. And me, I have so many desires.
Right.
Like I want to fucking, like the old me's, I want to smoke some meth, I want to drink some alcohol, I want to fuck that chick for like 100 fucking hours. I'll kick that motherfucker's teeth in. I'll rob that motherfucker. I want to crash that car into that. Like I'm just fucking crazy, you know?
Right.
But now it's like, I'll just buy that Rolls Royce from the yacht on a fucking phone call. Cause I like, my desires are fucking like heavy, you know? But like, my happiness comes from when I don't desire, and I don't desire during this podcast. You guys, during this, when we're giving to you guys, I'm free from like the pain of desire. Is desire bad? No, it's part of it. Like everyone's like, when are you going to be free from that? You're not. These are just different frequencies, different states. Like if you look at the frequency chart, the top is enlightenment. Right under that's like love. Right under that's acceptance. Right under that's like fucking anger. Right under that's like desire, and then shame and guilt. Most of these people who say you shouldn't fucking want all that stuff, they live in a shame and guilt fucking loop the whole time. I just barely hit desire. I get that thing I desire, then I go back to a form of self-love, which is like a workout or helping someone, and now I'm fucking back vibing high again. Now I'm in that high frequency. Someone could talk shit to me all they want. These frequencies don't vibrate. You can't fuck with me.
Right.
Yeah.
So what would it do to your mental state if you found out right now that you had to go back in and do, let's say, 2 years? How much would your mental state change?
I would go through waves of like, this sucks, I'm gonna lose everything. Then I'd be like, it's even gonna be better. It made my life better the first time. This is gonna be a story motherfuckers couldn't fathom now this time.
Right.
And I'm gonna write an even better story.
Where are you gonna put the story though?
The story's
Or is the story playing out through
watching, bro.
social media?
I have
now?
a fucking movie playing.
Right.
Dude, if you look at like this, even me posting my new chick getting her name tatted on my face, they're like, your ex chick left you and cheated on you and she got her name tatted. Like they know everything, bro.
Right.
I've been sharing everything. I've been writing this fucking show that they're all watching. And why would they not want to watch? It's better than any show I've ever fucking seen. When I fucking came out, I told everyone, watch what I could do. Like I have nothing. I just got out of prison. Watch what I could do. Now I'm flying on jets. I have fucking 4 Rolls Royces cashed out. I have 3 Lambos. I have 2 mansions. Like, go look at that fucking Cullinan I have out back. That's like my truck, dude. I have fucking watches that are $500,000. These motherfuckers don't even know what $500,000 is. I could smack them with $5 million. It wouldn't even phase my day, you know? And it's like, dude, I fucking live a crazy life off of helping people, and I don't use nothing. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do anything like that. I don't need it. My addiction is success and helping people. And
you don't go out to the club, get bottle service?
Nah. No. I would go. I've gone to like a strip club, got bottles, but I don't drink them. I just sit there and I like strippers, you know, fucking dude, like.
Who doesn't like strippers?
God damn, I love strippers. But like, I just fucking, bro, my chick's ass is so fat. She's so nice. She's skinny. Like, I can't have a fat bitch, dude. If a chick is any bit fat, she can't be by me. I'm already too thick. Yeah. Like, we'd be a fat couple. You'd be like, these 2 fat motherfuckers.
But do you feel like you fit in the fitness side of things?
I ain't no fitness motherfucker. I'm Wes Watson, bro. I ain't fitness motherfucker.
But do you go to those kind of events and shit like that?
No? Fuck that shit. Those people need to fucking put some goddamn clothes on. Yeah, like fuck it. I ain't a fitness motherfucker, man. I'm so proud of their discipline.
Right.
I like them as a person and who they are, but they're doing it wrong. That's why they make no money. Nobody wants that shit.
I never really knew what it was all about until I went to Bradley Martin's gym opening, and I'm like seeing all these people, all these chicks who are like hot as fuck. They don't seem like they party or do any bad shit. They just eat really good and work out, and they have fucking chiseled six packs and shit. And I'm just kind of looking at these girls like, what was I doing hanging out with all these fucking drug users and shit for all these years when I could have been in the gym hanging out with bitches like this?
Go to Miami. All the chicks got BBLs. It looks like a fucking porno and elevation in Miami. Like all these chicks got fake tits. They're fucking 25. Asses are fat. They're pretty. They're Latina. They barely speak English. Like my chick was like, I'm gonna lock you in, dude. One of these chicks is gonna take you, you know? Like Miami, there's a ratio is off, bro. There is the hot chick to dude ratio is crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
No, it's fucking disgusting.
Spend more time out there.
You go to my gym, you'll be like, what the fuck is this? Everyone's got an SVJ or a Ferrari, Rolls Royce. Everyone's winning.
Right.
Like I work out in a Richard Mille, you know?
Wow. Crazy.
I'll switch. I'll go in the morning in one Richard Mille, go in the evening in another one.
Switch it up, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give a fuck. My homie's got a plane. We got a big ass yacht we go on. Like, I mean, I just rent my jets when I come. I'm going to buy one soon.
Right.
I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I'd rather die than not write the best story ever.
So where do you, what's left to be done? What do you still feel like you need to do?
I'll fucking squirt one of my chick and try to have a fucking kid.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I would love to have a kid, but I fucking try, but nothing happens.
Right.
I'm fucking 40, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I've busted her plenty of times. Nothing happened. I busted in some of my old chicks. Nothing happened, you know?
I can't imagine why.
Fuck if I know.
You gotta just keep doing it.
I'm old, dude. I don't know. Maybe all the drugs or whatever. But fucking the whole point is I didn't before prison. I've only been with fucking 5 girls since I got out.
Really? That's it?
Yeah, and people act like I'm some male whore because they see like my ex-wife, they see like my ex-chick, and they see my new chick. I'm like, I've shown you guys 3 chicks. They're like, he switches them out like fucking T-shirts. I'm like, you stupid fucking bitch. I've been with 3 girls online in 6 fucking years.
Right. I mean, yeah, as soon as you start putting it out there, it's like, listen, like, you can do coke, but as soon as I talk about doing coke a couple times on the podcast, which I haven't done coke in like 4 or 5 years, I got to throw that out there, but you tell a couple coke stories on here, boom, you're a cokehead. Everything you say or do, you are a cokehead, and that's the explanation.
He was selling his asshole for coke in prison.
Yeah,
like
for
whole
sure.
9. They'll go. He's tossing salad for prison. Fucking piece of shit. They'd say all the stories, but I never even thought about that because I was like telling stories right when I got out. Like, yeah, the cops make you show your butthole. You have to hoop a fucking piece. You have to hoop your paperwork. I didn't even think about it as any gay shit, and like. People never really even said that, but maybe they did. I just don't pay attention. But like now on my new chick, they're just on our bumper, bro. Maybe because we just dropped it, but they are fucking. People are just weird. Half of them probably followed her and jacked off to her pics before, and now they're like, "Oh fuck, this dude's fucking hitting it. Fuck the bullshit." But dude, people are so weird. Like, how the fuck is some ugly bitch gonna talk shit to a hot chick and then like not understand that we all can see right through that she's jealous as fuck? How the fuck is some dude who couldn't even pull a bitch gonna be like, I wouldn't want a chick with fake boobs and a fake ass? Bro, you can't get shit. Motherfucker, if it's not an option for you, you have no opinion, bitch. I don't like those Richard Milles. Good, you can't afford them, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. I wouldn't want a Rolls Royce. I like my F-150. You are an F-150, dog. Shut the fuck up, get your truck ass over there. But these motherfuckers, the internet is so weird. They should have a mental health check when you log into fucking Instagram. Like, they should be able to scan your eyes and be like, this dude's mentally whacked, dude. He should not be on the fucking internet.
Yeah, they'd probably have a lot less users on there if they had a mental health check. Yeah,
basically the whole world would not be on there, so they're probably not going to do that.
For sure. All right, so, yeah, what else you got planned while you're in L.A. here?
Fucking, now I might have to stay up here because my girl's flying back. Like, she'll be back at 9 in the morning, so I might just go back up, stay at a hotel in Beverly Hills, and fucking just go buy some shit or whatever. I do whatever the fuck I want. Or I was gonna go down to my mansion in San Diego that's fucking got a bowling alley, fucking 16 bedrooms.
The house is just sitting there, nothing happened with it?
I have people I have like 12-person staff. Dude.
Really?
Yeah, my shit's I do shit at a whole different level that people can't fathom, you know.
Damn, I might have to start balling out a little bit more.
I'm telling you, bro, it's worth it. Damn. No, but you got kids and you got a chick, like, take care of them good. Like, I don't have shit, bro. Yeah. So like my followers on Instagram and shit, and it sounds stupid. I live in social media. Like my followers on Instagram are my family.
Right.
Like I give a fuck about them. They're my people. Like I went to lunch with a client that I met from Instagram. Everyone I know is from social media. Like I'm not like under this belief that like any of my old friends exist. You know, like I have 2 old friends.
Right.
And they're like the only ones who didn't die or get locked up for life. One of them beat a Rico and he works with me. And the other one just owns a tattoo shop. My homie, he'd been in and out of lockup his whole life. And like, fuck it. They want, you know, I pulled one of them out and now he wants me to pull him out of that life. And those are the only 2 people I know, dog. I don't know. I don't have family. Like my parents hate me. Like I was trying to take care of my ex-chick and her daughters and shit, even if we weren't together. I was like, I love you're such a good mom. I love your beautiful family. That was like, I wanted that to be my daughter and that to be my daughter, but it didn't work. Nah, I'll pay your guys' bills and shit. People call that like a simp and shit. People are weird, man. Like, what if you had so much money, like giving someone $30 was like 30,000, and like you believe that it was good karma, that you did so much wrong in your life. You're like, I'm gonna take care of these people. Why the fuck does everyone think it's a simp because you help a chick out? And why the fuck don't they understand that they even took their chick to Carl's Jr.? That's like me buying her a Richard Mille, dude. I don't. It's a difference.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, yo, I appreciate you coming on and everything.
This is good shit.
Crazy conversation. I'm very excited to see what the people got to say in the comments. So make sure you drop those comments, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Wes Watson, legendary. I appreciate it, man.
Legend.
Much love. No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, Instagram, etc. Like, comment, and subscribe. NoJumper.com if you want to support